What's up, y'all? Welcome to another successful Sundays. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm, of course, your host, Coach AJ, Dope Life Coach, the dopest life coach out there. I apologize in advance. I somehow lost my voice this morning, but I got it back with a lot of hot water, hot water and lemon. I just thought, what do some artists do sometimes when they lose their voice? And I just thought about that. So, first things first, we're going to start off with clearing out the air. We're going to welcome in all the good energy in for the new week. We're going to inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth. So, take a deep breath in through your nose. All the good energy, anything that's been holding us back, we're going to exhale it out through our mouth. Two more times. Inhale through your nose. Good energy, good vibes, all of that. Exhale through your mouth. One more time. Inhale through your nose. All the good vibes that we're trying to push out this week and not block our peace, because that's what we're talking about today. And exhale through your mouth. All right. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm so happy you're here today. I truly, truly am. And today we're going to be talking about like ways that we're blocking our peace and we're unaware of it. And for starters, I'm gonna start off with an affirmation real quick. I always believe in myself. I am my biggest supporter. These cards are from Intelligent Change. I pick them randomly, so maybe it's not random. Maybe it's all for intentional purposes, right? So again, it's I always believe in myself, and I am my biggest supporter. You are your own supporter. You are the person that's always going to be rooting for yourself. That's what's up. So let's get into it. Let's waste no time. First of all, if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. I'm on a roll for 20K this year. I was on the same roll last year, but that's all good. We're going to keep the movement going. I'm trying to hit 20K. Share this with other people. Have them hop on the live. If not, they can always check the live afterwards because I always make it readily available. So let's talk about how we're blocking our own peace. When people think about peace sometimes, I was thinking about like how people are saying like, I want peace in my life. I want more peace in my life. And I'm like, well, are you blocking it at the moment? Because many times we're blocking our own peace without us even recognizing it with like the most simplistic steps. So let's talk about daily habits that we have normalized, right? Especially in this society. Kind of got scratched off there, but waking up immediately and checking our phone. Look, I'm guilty of that too. You feel me? I wake up and immediately and I check emails and messages and all sorts of stuff. But these things they could block your peace, right? Because peace starts within. And we're gonna get into ways of how you could have more peace and have it more centered in your life. Because you already have peace in your life, but we have things blocking it. Filling up your quiet moments with noise. The quiet moments is where your peace also resides. The moments where you sit back, especially when you get up in the morning, despite you grabbing your phone first thing, your feet touch the ground, you just say, yo, thank you for allowing my feet to touch the ground. Thank you. I'm grateful for my feet touching the ground. Then you could even just start sitting there for like 5 minutes, 2 minutes. Start with like something as simple as 2 minutes if you feel like sitting in noise is uncomfortable for you. Then you could switch it to 3 minutes. Then you can just increase it over time. I love sitting in silence. And for those of you who are going to say, well, I don't have moments to do so, create the moments. Get up a little bit early. Have those moments in your car. But it's good to have that first thing in the morning. That grounds you for the day ahead. When you say yes and you really say no, you're saying no to your body. You're saying no to your body, right? Because you may really want to say no, and that could affect your nervous system very easily. Also, by you sitting in the quiet moments, that helps your nervous system without you filling it up with noise. Rushing. This is a big one here. I remember I used to see commercials as a kid where they would say it was like a coffee commercial or some type of like food commercial, like, oh, you're late for work. Come here and we'll have breakfast for you because you're rushing to work. Try not to rush, man. Leave early. Leave a bit early if you're able. If things happen, don't sweat it because things are going to happen in life. But if you're able to cut from your house early, leave early. You have a far less chance of stressing from you commuting anywhere if you leave a bit early or if you get up earlier. And if your nervous system learned chaos, Peace is going to feel unsafe and unfamiliar. Peace is going to feel like, what is this? No, I need to fill up the noise. I need to wake up and distract my brain first thing in the morning. I need to rush. No, your nervous system needs peace. And in order for the peace to actually reside in your life, your daily habits have to mirror that. If your daily habits don't mirror that, how are you going to have chaos in your life? Where's peace supposed to go? If you're holding on to the life of chaos, how peace are going to live there? It's not. It's going to be like, you're not ready. Because you already have peace in your life. We have been taught peace from kindergarten, the naps, the activities they used to make us do. We just lost them as we got older. We figured that we had to just get addicted to the hustle and the grind. But we have been taught peace from day one in an odd way. And if we look back, we can see the moments of when we've been taught peace. We've lost it. And that's okay, because the habits, if we normalize these habits, right? Where's peace supposed to fit? Because peace feels soft, pillowy, marshmallowy, lovely, comfortable, like a breath of fresh air, right? How is this fitting in a breath of fresh air? Sometimes it's not. Other peace blockers is peace blockers. Phone before your breath work, right? Breath work is it's free, it's easy, but effective. We just did it. 3 deep breaths in through your nose, out through in through your mouth. It sets the pace for what we're about to discuss. It sets the pace for the environment you're trying to bring in, right? So phone before breath work first. And the way you could do that, I do this. I have an alarm that wakes me up in the morning. About 15 minutes later, was it 10? I think it's 10 to 15 minutes later. I have another alarm that says, get off your phone, stop scrolling. It has been a very effective way for me to remind myself, okay, yeah, we need to get off. And you could write it in as a name: get off your phone, stop scrolling, do your breath work. That's you speaking to yourself intentionally into the future. That's just the way you could do that. So by setting an alarm for yourself to say, get off your device, start doing breath work. Other needs, you're meeting other needs before your own nervous system even settles. And I know for parents, I'm gonna specifically talk to you. It's very difficult, obviously, when you have a little one, but it's also very important for you to put your needs also in the midst of that. And I know it's tricky, but if it, whatever you could find a little bit of a pocket for you to actually start putting your needs, prioritize it. Because by prioritizing your needs, you're allowing yourself to show up for for others. And we all do it. We all do it. We need to show up for others. It's also in a way that we give back. We love doing it. Many of us do, maybe not so much, but in order for us to do so, we got to prioritize ourselves first. And it's not selfish in any way, shape, or form. And even working through those moments of you feeling selfish, it takes time. So please give yourself some grace. Starting your day off in a reaction mode. You're pissed off, you're angry, you're reacting to being late. That's the peace blocker, right? And woo, I gotta squish this over here. Hand on heart. Check in with gratitude. Take your hand, you put it on your palm, take your palm, put it on your heart. Allow yourself to feel your heartbeat. And in the midst of all the responsibilities you have, in the midst of everything you have going on, when you place your hand on your heart, it's a reminder you're human. I am here. You can repeat affirmations like, I always believe in myself. I am my biggest supporter. Just ground yourself first before you meet any needs of others. Now, I know you're probably wondering, okay, coach, that's great. Can you give me the tools now? Don't worry, I got you covered. I'm going to give you the tools of how you can have more peace. Not the whole thing got ripped off. By the way, I got black markers now. Micro. And I'm happy about it because it looks better. You can see it. So, 4 tools to reclaim your peace. Oop. There we go. Right? 4 tools to reclaim your peace. Let's close this for now before it dries out. So, let's start off with, I said, the morning space. This is a must. So, this is now your non negotiable. This is a non negotiable. No phone, no fixing nobody's problems, just grounding for 5 to 10 minutes. If 5 to 10 minutes is too much for you, try 2 to 5. Limit to what you're able to give. But think about it, you're not giving to anybody else, you're just giving to yourself. And this is important. Two, observe, don't argue your thoughts. So I gave an example here. I'm noticing I'm rushing even though I'm not late. You ever find that? Sometimes you're like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this. You're not even late. Reduce the shame. Take a moment and pause. I'm not late, so why the hell am I rushing for? Have the conversation with yourself. I talk to myself on a regular basis. Like, what are we doing? No, this is not gonna work. Let's try this better. Let's try this again. Let's do it better. Take a better take on that. Micro stress. Leave earlier instead of rushing. Suggested that. Letting something be unfinished. Y'all, you're allowed to push things into the next day. You were allowed to push things into the next day. Growing up Caribbean, the first thing we do on a Saturday morning is you clean, you dish. This is what I did as a kid growing up. And I'm sure many cultures are like this. When my Saturday hits, I'm not cleaning. I just work 5 days a week, plus like try to build a business. You want me to clean on the first day? There's a good chance I don't. So what I do is I micro clean throughout the week. So I clean up my messes once it occurs. Like, and then I do a bigger clean every other week just to make sure everything is like in check. This way I don't feel overwhelmed that every Saturday I'm cleaning. Cause the girl ain't doing that. Not anymore. End conversation sooner. Heavy on that one. End conversation sooner. No, we're not in the bag of long talk, which that means we're not in the whole lengthy ass conversations that we don't need to have. Also, not responding immediately. I know some people may be against this a bit, but not responding to a text message or a phone call right away. If it's an emergency, you'll have an idea it's an emergency. Person will tell you, yo, it's an emergency, could be blah 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 blah. But sometimes you're allowed to end the conversation. You don't have to stay, especially if you feel uncomfortable. Especially, I'm not saying like if just someone's calling to check on you. If a person's causing you stress in a conversation, you're allowed to end it. If a person technically usually causes stress when you have a conversation, you don't have to respond. I'm just putting that out there. Oh, I missed a part. For the morning space, instead of you being on your phone, take moments to stretch. We've already talked about sitting in silence. Take a moment and sit in silence. Deep breathing. We just did that at the beginning of the session, right? Of this live session. And ask yourself, what do I need today? What do I honestly need today? What are some of the things I just need for me? Maybe it's a cinnamon roll. I do that sometimes. I have a sweet treat morning. Four, boundaries, which a lot of us have a tough time dealing with, especially when it's, dealing with family and close people to us. But not every thought discusses, let me move over here. Not every thought deserves attention, access, or reaction. So create boundaries with yourself. Not every thought that you have deserves an attention, or not everyone that comes across to you deserves. You don't deserve to. They don't deserve your attention all the time. Depending, especially if it's causing you stress, they don't, and it doesn't require a reaction. If someone is causing you some type of stress, and the environment is giving you some type of stress on a regular basis, that's taking you out of your place of peace. You don't have to continue giving them access to it, and you don't have to give them a reaction. Sometimes no reaction is a reaction, and you're allowed to revoke access from people who actually um, cause more stress than peace. It is what it is. Just know this: like peace starts when you stop abandoning yourself. That's basically it. When we think about peace here, because everyone thinks that peace is this grand thing, it really isn't. It's the most simplistic thing we could ever think of. The issue is we have all these things here that block us from it. We have all of this because peace was yours to begin with. This was already yours. It already belonged to you. So when you stop abandoning yourself, then you're allowing the peace to live in your life and take up space in your life. Like, I want to give you an example. If I were to give you this plate right here, and I say, I'm going to give you a piece of peace right here, but you're going to say, first off, my plate is full. Coach, I can't do it. My plate's too full. What if I give you the possibility that you could have peace right here? Would you make room for it? there's a very good chance that you would. There's a very good chance that you would. Because especially if you've tasted peace before, or if you've seen it, or if you've witnessed it, there's a very good chance that you want to live in peace. So I hope that this was able to help you out. The four tools to reclaim your peace. Number one, morning space, that belongs to you. That's a sacred thing. Observe, don't argue your thoughts. Uh, Micro stresses, right? Leave earlier, reduce the micro stresses if you can. Lastly, boundaries. Boundaries yourself, boundaries with others. But again, I want to leave you with this. Peace starts when you stop abandoning yourself. Your peace will start and take over and come up when you stop abandoning yourself and you start putting respect on your name. Instead of placing yourself like, oh, I'm here, start placing yourself here when it comes towards the respect of your peace and yourself. You understand me? All right. So again, I hope you were able to get some really good gems out of today. And the things that are blocking your peace, and maybe you're able to identify certain things that are in your own environment that are blocking your peace currently. Grab yourself a plate. Start asking yourself, where do I want it? What can I actually eliminate? And what could I just squeeze over so that I can have my peace? And I ain't saying gotta have a whole half of it. I'm sure you want the whole thing, but I'm saying start off small. Start off micro and work your way around. All right. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. Share this with people if you are new here. I will see you on Tuesday for another Dope Life Podcast episode. And you know what to do. I hope you know what to do. Walk with peace